My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. And yes, this is another Donald Trump video. Alright, I was watching the news this afternoon, and I'm not in favor of Donald Trump. I will support him because he is the president, only because he is the president, and the life clusterfuck that he's about to give us is gonna depend on what he does. If you watch Nightline this afternoon, you understand everything that I'm saying. Now, earlier today, he has a Twitter war, and apparently he's going against some civil rights icon, etc., etc. You know, we all need to just grow the fuck up. Like right here, right now, we need to grow up, and whether we like it or not, this asshat has won the damn election. Let's move forward and stop all this BS about this asshat not being a uh, um, a real president. We don't know what he's going to do until he gets his ass in there. I hope that this idiot stops all this Twitter crap. I hope that he grows up and stops being mad at Saturday Night Live for making fun of him. Good job, Alec Baldwin, by the way. And if you can't be grown when you in the presidency, then maybe you should reconsider and forfeit your right now, and let's just let Obama run back up in this own bitch and solve this fucking problem. However, I'm gonna say this because I want to be fair, alright? And life is not fair. So for all of us Hillary Clinton supporters, I am not stabbing you in the back. I'm just saying, let's not be what this asshat's doing, and let's just dignifiedly step back and let this asshat fuck up the world. And then if we're lucky, the same asshats that didn't get up and vote so that this asshat could get in there will actually get up and vote the next damn time around when they realize how screwed we are when they put him in there. And here's another thing. I'm sorry to say this, and I want to say this to all the presidents leaving and all the presidents that was before the presidents leaving. Why in the hell have y'all not took care of healthcare way back in like the 80s and 90s? When the big drug boom and all the other things were going on. This shit should have been dealt with a long time ago. Healthcare in America should have been something that was universally free. Just like fucking in Canada. Well, it's not free, but you get the best of you can get there, and it's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg for a fucking hospital bill. And a lot of this healthcare shit is just because these guys run the shit because they're jacking up their bills at the hospital. Half the reason why the hospital bill is so high is because healthcare companies are jacking up their bills and their probates on the hospital. There should be a fine for healthcare companies to keep jacking up the bill for something like stitches or something small. Okay, heart attacks and shit, no one can predict when that shit's gonna happen. And you shouldn't have to pay an arm and a leg to save your life. And let me put one more thing out there before I end this video. Without the people, we have no democratic society. We have no republic society. So if we don't all take care of ourselves, and if healthcare doesn't get fixed, none of us are gonna have to worry about having America, because it's nothing gonna be here. There's no one gonna be here because we're all gonna fucking die because we can't afford healthcare. I'm a veteran and I can't afford healthcare. I can't get a decent job so that I can go out and find healthcare. And this guy wants to take Obamacare away, which I don't have because I'm not working. I'm working under the table job, so God help me if I need anything, because I have to go to a military hospital because they're the only hospitals that can take me because I don't have fucking healthcare. So, what's the problem? Why is healthcare not universal? Why can't we go ask Canada how they make it work and then follow suit? Healthcare companies here have everybody under a green thumb. And I think what the problem is that until we start striking out on the healthcare companies, we're always going to be fucked. But healthcare companies have their hands deep digging into politics. There is over 500 million people in America, and we can't find some easy solution to make this thing work. Of course we can't, because somebody always wants to get paid for something. Healthcare is expensive. It shouldn't be. You can go to a third world country and get medical assistance. If you get injured in a foreign country, they will help you. We're here in our own country, we can't take care of our own, and we don't give a damn. And whatever, it's not Obama's fault. It's not George Bush's fault. It's not his father's fault. It's not Bill Clinton's fault. It's the assholes back in the fucking 50s and 60s and 40s that didn't come to the conclusion of this prior to now. When the hell, why did it take so long for healthcare to become a fucking issue? What the fuck, man? You guys could have dealt with this shit way back before fucking the Korean War. This shit should have been handled back in World War II. Healthcare should not have ever been an issue for Americans in America. And if you go to a foreign country and they treat you better than that, and they slap you with a bill where American money can cover it a little bit cheaper than that, that's cool. But why in the hell can't we cover our own people? Why do we have to suffer like this because some asshat wants to keep money in their pockets? I hope whoever's in charge of all the healthcare companies, I hope that they get some kind of sickness that healthcare can't fucking cover, and then maybe things will change. Because maybe if they get something that they can't cure because they don't have the right kind of cure, or because healthcare is so damn expensive that they can't even get the treatment themselves, then maybe things will change. And until things do change, we're all gonna fucking suffer. It doesn't matter if it's Obamacare, it doesn't matter if it's Trump replication care, it doesn't matter who's in charge. Healthcare companies should not have the fucking freedom that they have to control everybody's healthcare. Healthcare companies should be fair and just, and they should be treated as bad as they're treating us so that we can't afford them. They should be taxed out their ass so that they can cut back on some of these damn healthcare premium practices. People in America have a lot of problems. We have homeless people and welfare, but yet we feed people from foreign countries. We give them liquidations and tax cuts, which is cool and everything, because whatever makes the world go work, whatever makes America better is great. However, why in the hell, way back in 1942, during World War II, did we not think that healthcare would be a problem? Every country in the world, except America, does not have that much of a healthcare issue. But America, we have the worst healthcare issues ever because assholes here are greedy. And most of the people who got good healthcare are rich people or politicians who don't have to worry about going to a hospital. They can get an arm stitched back on without a problem. They can get somebody else's arm stitched on them because we have the technology. Whether we want to liquidate it or utilize it is another question in society. But we have the technology. Nobody wants to do it because everybody wants to make everybody who's poorer than dirt pay for this shit. It's the same thing with that stupid ass wall that Donald Trump's thinking that Mexico is going to pay us back for. Bullshit. You want the wall? You got $25 million to pay off all these settlements. You take that money that you're not paying taxes with and you build the fucking wall. I'm always going to jump on him about this goddamn wall. I'm sorry, because that's just a ridiculous ass iota of a fucking thought. But as for everything else, healthcare and tweets, get off the Twitter and get ready to do your damn job. You wanted this position, you better be able to deliver. Because if you don't, I can almost guarantee you that the asshats that voted for you this time around won't be stupid twice. Okay, they might be stupid twice. They were stupid this time, so there's no guarantee in the ability of stupidity. And a reasonable example is, someone said something to me on one of the Facebooks about black people lies and all this shit. And I responded to her with, the main reason why I don't date black girls is because they don't want nice guys. They want thug life people, which is true. A girl would take me home to marry after she's had like 9 kids with some asshat that beats her ass on a daily basis, and then she finally grows up, and by then she can't give me kids because she has 9 damn kids that she expects me to help her feed. Which if I love her, I will, but I'm not going to get involved with a chick with more than 1 child because it's too much damn work to take care of myself, herself, and her kids because her baby daddy's locked up or being a damn asshole and don't want to do his fucking job. How did I get off a track from Donald Trump? I don't know. But anyhow you slice it, we have to fix this country. We have to. America is not great, but America could be better. However, the first subject on the agenda needs to be healthcare. It needs to be healthcare. And there shouldn't be a thing about pre-existing conditions. Healthcare should just be healthcare, and everybody should be able to get it. Everybody. In fact, healthcare should have family plans where a person shouldn't have to pay more than $50 a month to cover their whole family, because that's how poor people, we are poor. When I worked at a certain car dealership, they took $150 out of my account for health care, and I had health insurance, and I had burnt off this side of my face, and my health insurance covered it, but I was threatened by the hospital to pay them 3 times, and I told them I'm going to sue them, and I'm going to sue my health care insurance because the premiums that I signed, I only pay a cover charge of 50 fucking bucks. Now, that healthcare company is still in existence, and I will not name it. But I know what I went through, and the hospital was the Suffolk County General Hospital in Suffolk County in Virginia, just past Smithfield, Virginia. I'll be damned if I'm paying you health care and you don't cover my fucking bill. And I gotta keep getting the same bill from the people that you take money out of my hard ass working check and then you won't cover that shit. That's a problem. Healthcare companies shouldn't be able to get away with shit like that. They did pay the bill, but I still should have got a lawyer and sued the shit out of both of them. We can't keep letting people walk over top of us because they control whether we live or die once we get into the hospital. And take note, for all you doctors that's behind the healthcare shit, one day karma will be flipping back around and you'll be the asshat without healthcare and the asshat with the problem that healthcare doesn't coverage. So while you're making healthcare harder for everyone else, when that flip comes back around and it's you or one of your children that catches something that you can't conquer, remember how much you wanted all that money taken from people who are suffering and dying now because they can't afford health care. And karma don't discriminate. It might not come back on time, but it does come back around. I'm a strong believer in karma, which is why I don't bother anybody. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a whole lot of radio karma from all the crap that I've said about Donald Trump. However, everything I've said about Donald Trump has been fact. It's not fake news that he went bankruptcy 4 fucking times. It's not fake news that he's been a racist through his whole campaign. So if you guys don't agree with me on that, well then you're probably underlying racist yourself, and this is the best way that you can show it without showing it. I'm James Williams. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. Be seeing you.